Like my stream shut off there for a second. Um, Not sure exactly where I was, but just talking about roller coasters. All right, or the roller coaster of just the gym. Uh, Sorry, I'm just trying to keep two things going at once here. This is all new. It's my second day doing this, so please bear with me. All right, so roller coasters. Um, just that roller coaster of like you do really good, you're in good shape, and then you plunge down really low. My really like where I started getting worried about it was in 2021. I hit 234 pounds, and I'd never been that heavy before. Previously, like my highest weight had been like 215, and that at the time seemed like a lot. And then nope, 230 is the height. So in 2021, I started working really hard to lose that weight. If you guys remember, that was during the first like a whole year of COVID, and I'd also become a dad, so I got the great dad bod going on. But I worked really hard. My brother and some friends did a weight loss contest for the first 3 months, and man, I nailed it. I got down to 205, but while I was there, I tore my pectoral muscle, which was a lot of fun. And after that, I just started putting the weight back on, and it was pretty gradual at first. Like it was like uh, it took like a long time to go from 205 to 220, but it happened. But it took like 6 months to get to that point. And then the scary thing is that from 220 to 230 it seemed like it was like not as much time. But in my mind, as I was like putting on the weight, I was like, oh, okay, I can turn this around. I can turn this around tomorrow. It's fine. And then the tomorrow's turned into weeks and like another couple of months, and boom, I was at 230. I was like, that sucks. I really, really didn't want to see 230. At that point, I was like, okay, but that's the worst it's gonna get. You know, I'll get back into working out. It'll be fine. But I didn't. And I waited like another, month or so, and it just seemed, I don't know if it was a month or 2 months, but it seemed like the jump from 230 to 246 was overnight. Like it was quick, and it was startlingly fast. Like it would I didn't think I'd ever get that big, and I was shocked just how quick it happened. And that kind of scared me because I was like, okay, this descent is just getting faster. And I could see if I didn't kick it into gear, I was just going to go from 246 to 250 to higher and higher and higher overnight. And that scared me. And it was already like getting hard to do things that my whole life had been easier. I could feel that like getting off the couch was starting to be a drag. Playing with my kids was not as easy. So that was something I wasn't enjoying, obviously. So I kicked into gear. 2022, I decided, all right, this is it. I'm gonna push really hard. But what I decided I was gonna do in 2022 is, instead of doing a mad dash of 3 months and trying to get into awesome shape in 3 months, I was gonna give myself the whole year. I was gonna say, we're going to lose X amount of weight every single month, and we're not gonna get too crazy at first. We're going to do things gradually, so that at the end of this, we've picked up new habits. We've had a year to change our habits. So when we stop losing weight, it'll be easier, instead of the 3 months dash and you get the 3 months and you're just tired of doing it and you fall off the wagon, then the wagon runs you over and you're back to 246. So I really spent a lot of time trying to make healthy decisions, doing a lot of cardio, a lot of walking. I lost the weight that year I lost about 60 pounds or just over 60 pounds, and I got down to 184 pounds. And that was awesome. I felt really good about it. There were some things I didn't like about the whole process. There were definitely times where I was really had a super low calorie intake. There were days where I was doing 1,300 calories, or my there were weeks where my average was 1,500 calories a day, and that was rough. And it's very hard to control your temperament at that point. I get very irritable. I don't know about you. I get very irritable. I have a hard time with that, and I don't think it's like a fair thing to do for an extended period of time. Because it's not fair to put I have wife and kids, and it's not fair to be walking on edge or eggshells and trying to control your like temper and stuff around your family. So 2022 came and went, lost the weight in 2023, this last year, which is now gone. I started the year, I was happy about the weight loss. I was a little disappointed in just my overall physique as far as strength goes. I lost a lot of muscle mass and also losing weight. Like I wasn't able to lift as much, and that was really frustrating for me. But I, started working out a lot. I did really good in the first like few months of the year. Actually, I did pretty good till about August. August, I started to my kids started to get sick. I got sick at different times, vacations, and just my workouts really slowed down. So, also during that time, I did end up closing out last year at 201, which was good. Like I was glad. At one point I'd been pushing over 210, but I got back down 201, closed the year out with about a 17-pound increase. And I'd love to imagine that 17-pound increase was strictly muscle, but I think there was, I think some fat snuck in, like in different spots. So definitely mostly muscle, probably like 16 pounds of muscle and just 1 pound of fat. That's what I want to imagine, but that's not exactly what happened. So, but one of the things that happened in 2023 is one of my children started preschool, and preschool is not cheap. And I'm a stay-at-home dad. My wife is the breadwinner. She brings home all the money, which has been great. It's been great. It's been awesome to have a wife that can do that and provide. As a guy, it's been interesting to the whole ego thing. It was definitely nothing I ever thought I would be. I never thought I would be a stay-at-home dad. That was never in something I saw in the cards, but it's been great. It's been an amazing opportunity to stay home with my kids. It's been a lot of fun. It's definitely been a lot of growing. So, let's see. All right. So with starting preschool, it was this huge bill that we took on, and we were talking about how we had to restructure our finances and our budget and just all these things going on just to make sure that our kid could go to a really good preschool and have a great experience. And wow, about a month into that, it was time for me to reorder like the protein I was taking, the supplements that I was taking, and I realized like, man, I am spending a lot of money to help in muscle growth. And then I saw this video at the same time. It was from an influencer that I liked. I clicked on it. It was about your pre-workouts and what your pre-workout is doing for you. And basically this guy outlined all these pre-workouts were basically just came down to caffeine intake. There wasn't a lot in them that was actually helping you work out besides just getting you psyched to work out. And that was disappointing to see because I was taking C4 at the time, and to find out that, oh man, you were spending your money on just caffeine, and that was about it. There wasn't a lot to it, so that was really frustrating. Then I was looking at the other products I was taking, and I was like, man, do I know that these are helping me, or can I go on without it? And the C4, I started just drinking coffee before working out, and that seemed to relatively quickly be just as good as taking the pre-workout. So that's all I'm doing today is drinking coffee. But anyway, so what it led me to doing was I I decided I wanted to spend a year seeing what it would be like to not take any protein, um, obviously like any protein shakes, protein powder, cut it all out, all the protein supplements, only get my protein from food. So just eating food and not taking any pre-workouts, not taking any BCAAs, anything to help just see what I could get, what kind of physique I could get from just eating. And that's what we're doing. I'm gonna be consuming protein. You know, I'm gonna have a very rich protein diet, but I'm not gonna be taking anything extra. And it kind of got me to where I was thinking I want to do my body on a budget. I want to see how good I can do, but keep everything to a budget and not blow a bunch of money on a physique. I do my workouts currently are all at home. I have a set of dumbbells. I have one barbell. I don't really use it. I'll probably start using it. I have a Reeboks bench that is also a stepper. So I don't have a lot of equipment, but I have enough, I think, to carry me for a while. If I need more, I can get more, but I want to see how far I can go with what I have. So that brings me to my goals for 2024. Number one is I want to be a good husband and dad. And I think being in good shape and feeling good is part of that. But the goal of being in good shape is to support that, not the other way around. I want them on top, exercise and everything below that. That's why I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do this instead of doing it in the middle of the day when I need to be spending more time with my kids. With being a good husband and dad, while I do want to lose weight and be healthier, I am not going to do anything crazy anymore that's going to affect my mood and cause me not to be able to, be good with my kids or my wife. I want to be happy and not starving to death and not getting irritated because I'm starving to death. So, second goal is, again, 1 year, no supplements, see how this goes, save some money. 3, I want to increase my weights and run faster. And that's kind of how I'm going to determine my success of the year. Last year, I tried doing the checking my weight, and I don't feel like that's the best gauge for muscle growth. I tried doing measurements, but as you're losing fat, as I'm losing fat, it was frustrating because I'd also see, my workouts would be better, but my bicep size would be going down or my chest size would be going down, and that was frustrating. And I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to see how I feel. Basically, that's all I'm going to judge it off is, how much weight I can lift, how much I can run, how my overall physique looks, I guess, but not anything in the side of, oh, my waist is this, my biceps are this. I mean, I probably will measure at the end of the year, but I'm not really worried about that right now. Number 4 is I definitely want to build up my core muscles. I want my lower back and my stomach to be stronger. And 5 is just to have functional muscles. I want muscles that I can use in my day-to-day life. I don't think that having giant biceps and, not being able to use them is good. Haven't done manual labor in a few years, and I don't necessarily see going back to it. But if I did have to go back to it, let's say the economy crashes and I got to go swing a sledgehammer for 8 hours a day, I want to know that I can walk onto the job site and do a good job and not be dying. And I want to, still want to be able to hustle and stay strong. So that's it. Let's do this workout. That was really long. Today we're gonna be doing shoulders. Yesterday we did biceps and did some crunches. You guys missed out on that because it didn't save. But here we go. Let's do this. Let's get into it. Let's step back here so you can see. Just gonna warm up. Get this going. Sorry, I'll start timer. I'm gonna be taking this off. It's probably gonna affect the sound levels, but I don't think you guys, at least I don't want to hear all of my breathing. Like that's gonna get annoying really fast, unless you're into ASMR. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is not going to be very pretty, especially for the first few months. It's going to be like in the Rocky movie when Rocky first gets the chicken and looks ridiculous trying to catch the chicken. That's where we're going to be at for a while. Got the 10-pound weights. Be a little quiet for a minute. That was a lot of talking. One thing you're gonna see me do a lot of is marking off exercises in my notebook. I am not great at remembering everything. When I'm working out, I tend to forget a set, and when I do forget a set, my default is to redo the set, and I don't like redoing a bunch of working out. Even if I'm like 90% certain I did the set, I always end up redoing it, and it's very frustrating. So I mark all of it down. That way I'm not messing up. I'm gonna be rushing. I'm gonna be rushing through this a lot. I don't have as much time thanks to the amazing amount of time I took to talk. These are the 20 pounds. All right. I'm gonna go up to the 30s. It's gonna be really ugly. I probably should stay down to the 20s. A few months ago, before I fell off, I was able to do these for 3 sets of 8. I'd like to get back there. We'll see how many I can do today. One of the problems I have with working out that's a consistent issue for me is being smart about not hurting myself. Is not my forte. I do a lot of dumb stuff. But I'm older and I'm really trying to be smart about it. We'll see. See how many of these I can do. And that's it for. I'm gonna do 3 sets at the most I can do. There's probably some better ways of doing it, but I'm just gonna do it this way. All right, that's done. You may occasionally hear me start singing to myself. I don't have any music going, so you guys get to just hear maybe my heater in the background and my breathing and my voice. That's it. But I'm assuming that you guys can all play music if you want to. Eventually, maybe I'll figure out how to add music in or figure out how to what music I can use to make this sound better. But for now, that's it. My breathing and quiet, and it also tones my voice. 1, 2, 3. Very ugly. I'm gonna go back down to 20 pounds. This goes. Very frustrating. I'm very frustrated with myself in these moments. You get to a certain point and you're excited to hit that point, and you think, all right, it's only going to be uphill from here. And in a few months, I'll be able to go from 30 to 35 to 40. And you just, you know, take a couple weeks off. It's a little bit longer and longer, and then you can't hit the same thing you used to. But I will get back there. I'm going to make you guys proud. That's what happened. And just so you guys know, I'm not standing like this out of a desire to show off my biceps. It's because it's cold out here. I'll warm up, but it's a little cold. All right, back to 20 pounds. So I love taking steps backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I said, this will get better, get more exciting, I believe. It might not get more exciting. I mean, it's going to be this, just working out. I don't know how much excitement there will be beyond this. But I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do shoulder presses after this. I can sit down. Outside of streaming my workouts, I will be doing cardio and running. I probably won't stream that right now. We're in winter, so a lot of my running will be on a treadmill, which sucks. I hate using a treadmill. Normally, I, for the last few years with kids, I run pushing the kids in the stroller. I just don't like taking them out when it's cold. That sucks. In the summer, it's nicer because it's warmer. They can have fun, but even covered up, being stuck in a blanket and a stroller is no fun. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 29 minutes. I'm gonna do a quick sets with the 10 pounders, yeah. One more set, and then we're gonna go to shoulder press. This is my lovely Reeboks stepper. You can get a lot closer now. All right. Shoulder press. Here we go. Warm up 10 pounds. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man, at 3 o'clock in the morning, or around almost 4 o'clock, Like a giant bang woke me up, my wife up. I had to go out into the house and see what was making the noise. I was looking around, and one of the pictures we were using, or one of the big pictures, had fallen off the fireplace. I know that was more than 10, but I got distracted with my story. So, yeah, I use like the like hanging tape. And apparently, it's after 3 years it fails. So I came crashing down. I'm glad it did, because thankfully that picture was in glass. So now I need to go around the house and look at all the other frames and see. So we have ones that are glass that are all up with that tape stuff. All right, I'm gonna go to 20 pounds. Race 20 pounds. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's always fun when something goes bump in the night, though. It'd be good. Shot of adrenaline, which makes it super fun for going back to sleep. Wake up ready to fight. And for a second there, I had another viewer. Back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2. I just realized I grabbed the 15 pounds instead of 20 pounds. That's embarrassing. I don't know how I did that. I'm not gonna get back. We're gonna do it. Just keep moving forward, and it never happened. This next up is the 40s. See, you don't get that on a typical working out video. The guy doesn't grab the wrong weights. That's 8. like I'm not rushed too much. 6:27. All right. One more set of for the 40s. One of the things I like about lifting weights is the calluses on my hands stay there. I like having strong hands with some calluses. It would really, really bad if I didn't have a single callus on my hands. So I used to have a lot more. I had this job where I was moving bags of seed all day, and it gave me a fun set of calluses on the inside of my fingers and tips of my tops of my fingers were rough too. That was the best job I ever had for working out. Move, a couple tons of bags of seed a day, and just they'd be in increments of 50 pounds, but it would do the trick. One of my kids is up. All right. I'm gonna take a step back from the 40s, move on down to the 30s. the nice part about having a good wife is she's up with the babies now, one of the kids. That's really nice. I don't know how single parents do this kind of job. I've you meet so many single parents that are doing it on their own. I can't imagine raising kids on my own without my wife. Like it would be rough, especially because she definitely helps temper me and make me a better dad than I would be without her, and stay organized and focused. And she does all that and also works a regular job. Pretty amazing woman. I'm incredibly blessed. Six, seven, eight, nine. And I'll tell you, she really rocked the Christmas season. She was on top of everything, doing all the gifts, like getting it done early, getting everything wrapped. Between her and Santa Claus, I didn't have to do anything. I did the decorating though, so we're clear. I did decorate the house. I did keep the house clean. Set the Christmas tree. I did stuff too. I do my best not to be a lazy stay-at-home dad, but to stay up on kids and stay up on the house. It's getting easier. Uh, we're both young and crawling around. It's a lot harder. But my kids are getting older, and it's amazing how much more you can get done when you're not carrying a baby on in your arms and trying to do things. Vacuuming is easier. Vacuuming with carrying it or having a baby strapped to your chest. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but definitely is a lot easier to vacuum and clean without a baby on your chest. Three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. I try not to take long breaks in between sets. Sometimes I forget how much time has gone by, though. Or I get stuck in my head for a second and lose track of time. Stare off into the distance. Go. All right, I hit 5 sets. I'm gonna do another one just to make up for my mistake earlier, grabbing 15 pounds over 20 pounds. All right, come on. One more set. Ah. All right. All right. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. The goal is to be doing about an hour every morning during the week. So Monday through Friday. Let's see. Yeah, Monday through Friday. That's the goal. Tomorrow it's gonna be leg day. That's super exciting. Leg day is great. Don't get too excited for it because it's not as impressive as a lot of other people. Like not even close. Like very far from impressive, but what I got, and I will get better. But you just show up because you get to watch me do what's gonna really hurt the next couple of days. Whatever I do on leg day, no matter how little it may seem, I'm gonna be in pain afterwards. That's my consistent way of doing things on leg day. It's just cause as much pain as possible. So see you guys on leg day. Have fun. Have a good day. And God bless you.